Okay, I was shooting a clothing company in the middle of the day, worst time to shoot, and it was super bright out. I couldn't see my viewfinder and I don't have a monitor, so I was like, this autofocus better be locking on to the right areas. Luckily it was. So in today's video, I will be going over when to use autofocus versus when to use manual focus. A lot of the time I run and gun or a guerrilla style shoot. With this method comes tons of different variables you can't control. For example, I'm getting a phone call. For example, just starting out in your filmmaking journey, people will ask you to film them doing something. Obviously you upcharge them because you're friends, and you show up to the location and you're ready to fire. Let's just say Rod approaches me and says, "Yo, can you film me doing a workout real quick?" I whip out my camera and say, "Yeah dude, let's get it." Should I use autofocus or do I do the thing manually? Well, Rod will be doing a plethora of unpredictable movements, and I don't want to have to put all my efforts into trying to perfect the focus while I'm missing an important shot of his sweaty body and then it's all out of focus. So the better option here is autofocus. Now what about shooting on a gimbal? I would recommend autofocus. With autofocus, you can push in and pull out. I don't know. Without worrying about losing focus on your subject. I mean, you could elect to use manual focus on a gimbal, but you have to be pretty dirty at focus pulling. So 9 out of 10 times I recommend using autofocus on a gimbal. Other times you use autofocus include interviews where the subject can move around a bit, and videos like this right now. Boom, boom. I want to show you like, hey, on this pencil it says Bic. All right, work, please. There we go. But yeah. All right, manual focus. When do we use manual focus? Well, detail shots. If you're shooting a product for a company, you want to be able to control where the focus is. Let's take this bracelet for example. I can control exactly where I want the viewer to look without making the focus look too jarring. Other times you use manual focus? If you're making your own film, you want to use manual focus. Why? Well, like stated before, you want to have complete control of where the focus is going. You don't want your camera to pick what it makes in focus. You want that human touch to it, you know what I mean? AI. What? I said frick. Is that corny? You may be asking yourself or saying to yourself, but my phone shoots great on autofocus. Why can't you just always shoot autofocus with an expensive camera? Several reasons. In high-level filmmaking, you want to show emotion. Controlling focus is a great way to showcase emotion. By manually controlling the focus, you can shift emotion by drifting the focus from one area of the screen to another. Autofocus isn't always smooth. It can feel jerky, it could feel too fast, it could feel laggy, or it could just shift the focus automatically. So hopefully this video answers when you should use autofocus versus when you should use manual focus. I will see y'all next week.